Hey group, how are you? So today's part 2 of recycling. Well, it's kind of, three different parts of the difference between recycling, garbage, green waste, things like that, and what can go in and what shouldn't go in. So we'll go over that today and kind of, more go over what the bins are for. So last time we kind of did an overview of reduce, reuse, recycle, and everything like that. Today we're going to actually go into what's appropriate to put in bin. And as we've seen at the park, and I think we went over this a little bit the last time, but this will be more in depth. As we've seen at the park, people put recycling in garbage. People put garbage in recycling. And people put a lot of green waste in places it's not supposed to go. The good thing about green waste is it's kind of compostable or compostable, but it's really it makes it really difficult for recycling companies when people are putting things in the wrong bins. It just makes it a lot easier, and they will cut off your service if you keep doing that. I lived at a place where that almost happened because I had neighbors that kept doing putting things in the wrong places. But okay, so let's go over the first one, which is recycling. So what goes in the carts? And this is recycling. So these are things that can be recycled, or it should be the only things that you should be putting really in your recycling bin. So if you're putting other things in there, you're gonna have to stop. First thing, aluminum tin cans, soda cans, things like that. That definitely can go in there. I mean, that's one of the main things that actually goes in there. This one says empty aerosol cans. That's actually new to me. I thought that would be a special place just because they could blow up. But it's good to know that you can put them in there, and hopefully they have a way of diffusing them and getting the rest of the aerosol out without crushing it and having more aerosol go into the earth. Pie tins. So if you had some pie, you're finished with it. You wash it out, put it in the recycling. Good to go. Glass bottles and jars. Yeah, we've seen that a lot. And I'm not sure which one makes more money when we go to the recycling center. If it's aluminum or if it's the glass bottles or jars. I know the glass bottles way more, but I don't know which one's worth more. So, and plastic containers, but see on here it has two different types, and it has to have that symbol around it and that number in order for it to be recyclable. So they take plastic containers number 1 and number 7. So if you have some recycling and you're wondering whether or not, because a lot of them have the symbol, but it'll just say what it is. And a lot of times what those numbers they mean is for when you go to, say, a recycling center, you'll be able to see each bin and be like, we take this one here, we take this one here. But for your recycling from home, the ones that can be recycled are number 1 and number 7. With that symbol around it. The other stuff they don't take. So, and then water bottles, juice bottles, milk jugs, of course they'll take all that good stuff. Laundry detergent boxes and bottles, once they're empty, of course. Junk mail, magazines, phone books. So, all the junk mail that you get and you're like, I don't need this. Or after you've looked through, say, Safeway gives you a magazine or whatever store you shop at. Or kind of that little insert in the paper. Then once you're done with that, then go ahead and throw that in the recycling. We'll take computer and white paper, office papers, juice and milk cartons as opposed to jugs, brown paper bags, cardboard egg cartons, and I think they'll take the plastic ones too, as long as it has that symbol with number 1 or number 7. Cardboard, 12-pack of soda boxes, they'll take those. Cereal boxes with the lining removed. So the inside liner, the plastic liner, that shouldn't go in the recycling. So you just take that out once you're finished, put that part in the garbage, and then break down the box and put that in your recycling. They'll take tissue boxes, clean pizza boxes. So what I usually do is, the way I figure it is this, is they have two parts of the pizza box usually when you get it. There'll be the box itself, and then what'll happen after that is there's another piece of cardboard that they put in there that kind of slides around a little bit. So I take that part, the part that slides around, and I throw that out because that's got grease and stuff on it. And that's not clean according to them. But then the rest of the box, I break that down, and then I put that in the recycling. And it's always nice to break it down for them. It just makes it a lot easier to sort. You know, if you just do it at home, you're saving a lot of people a lot of time. And polystyrene packaging, but no peanuts. So you can't, like, I don't know, say you get a present, somebody packed it full of peanuts. The really light peanuts that float and stick to you and get all staticky. Yeah, so they won't take those. And then it says, please keep free of trash. So you want to make sure there's no trash in there. And that includes like green waste and things like that. You know, no banana peels. That's supposed to be green waste. Now it has a section down at the bottom as to what to do with used cell phones and batteries and such. So residents may place unwanted cell phones and used household batteries in a clear plastic storage bag on top of the recycling cart for collection. It is recommended that you remove any personal data from your cell phone before collection. Used batteries accepted for collection include AA, AAA, C, D, 9-volt, alkaline, rechargeable, lithium and coin cells, and small button size. So that's, those, I didn't know that. But here's the thing. I mean, for my neighborhood, if I put a bag of batteries on there and I put my recycling out the night before, people go through and rummage through it to get to get bottles and to get my soda cans and things like that. And so they'd probably just throw it on the ground and then open it up, and then the recycling center would be like, well, I don't know what to do with this. Or it's just on the ground now, it looks like garbage. So usually what I do is whenever I have stuff like that, batteries, I save the used ones, or the ones that can't be used anymore. And there's a recycling plant right up by me, and so I take it up there myself. All right, next one. Let's go over green waste. So what can you put in a green waste bin? So green waste is lawn clippings. So yeah, if you mow your lawn, and that's what it's there for. Leaves and weeds. So when you're out gardening in your garden, they'll take all of that. Tree branches and shrubs. Garden trimmings. So pieces of plants. Eventually your plants are gonna die. Like tomato plants are gonna die, and you're gonna have to take them out, put them in the green waste, but kind of break it apart. But they'll take that. They'll take sawdust, which that's actually good for me to know. I didn't know that. They'll take wood untreated and not painted. So if you have painted wood, I'm guessing that goes to the dump. But if it's untreated, doesn't have any finish on it or anything like that, then yeah, go ahead and recycle that. And then it says, please keep free of trash. So again, trash doesn't go in the green waste either. So holiday trees. Holiday trees, so this is after if you get a holiday tree and you've got it set up, the needles are falling off, and you're like, okay, it's time to take it down. So holiday trees are collected curbside for the first 2 weeks following Christmas on your regular collection day. Trees taller than 6 feet must be cut in half and placed next to your green waste cart. When possible, residents are asked to cut down the tree so it fits inside the green waste cart with the lid closed for collection. Please remove all decorations, including tinsel, lights, ornaments, and tree stands. Those are garbage. They're not green. But I'm guessing they have to say that because I'm sure people have. Let's just put the whole tree stand in there too. I'm tired of that one. I got a new one. Flock trees cannot be recycled and must be disposed of through regular trash service. Flock trees must fit into the trash cart with the lid closed for collection. I have no idea what a flock tree is. So it's something to look up. Flocked trees. Drop-off locations are also provided around the city. Visit the city or waste management websites after the holiday for the list of locations. So people do take Christmas trees. You have to put it in the back of your car. Hopefully you have a truck. If you have a car, I would definitely bring a tarp because you're going to collect a lot of needles. But if you have a saw, that's what we do with ours. But the lady who lives here at my house, she has a power saw where it's just like, and I just cut it up in thirds, and it fits easily into our green waste bin. As long as we don't have other stuff in the green waste bin. But we usually have 1 week of just the Christmas tree. Or holiday tree. Alright, so that's green waste. Remember, please keep free of trash. As we move on to trash. So what is trash as opposed to recycling and green waste? So trash is waxed paper, food wrapping, ceramic dishware and pots. I didn't know you could just throw those. I guess that's their trash. Floor sweeping, candy wrappers, paper towels and tissues, broken glass and mirrors. That's 7 years bad luck right there. Polystyrene takeout containers and peanuts. So this is where you can put your peanuts. If you have a bunch of peanuts, I guess you can throw them away. I kind of fear that the way they take it and then they put it over the top, that the peanuts are just going to fly all over the place and you're going to have to sweep them up in front of your house anyway. But hey, they say you can put them in there. Food waste. So these materials are compostable, it says. So, if you have compost, go ahead and take your food waste and put it in there. If you get a good compost bin, it'll turn it into compost really well. Then you've got yourself really nice soil. And dirty or food soil paper. It also says look for shipping stores that reuse peanuts. So if you are going to have peanuts and you just want to throw them out, maybe look for a shipping store. Help them out. They could actually really use it. And you could take them like a ton of bags. You ask before and say, hey, I've got a bunch of peanuts. Would you like them? Styrofoam peanuts. And again, with the green waste, one thing they won't let you put in there is soil. So if you have a bunch of dirt, don't just dump it in the green waste. That's not where it goes. I'm guessing you could put that in the garbage, but don't quote me on that, because I'm not positive. I wish they had gone over it here. All right. Okay, last part is bulky items. So waste management will collect up to 5 large items, such as furniture or appliances, from your home 3 times annually at no charge. To schedule a bulky item pickup, contact your waste management at least 24 hours in advance of your regular collection day, just so they know what's going on. So acceptable bulky items are a barbecue, but no propane tank. They're not going to take that. Propane tanks are reusable, So to keep it, and then just go. You can go to like Ace Hardware or anything, and just say, "Hey, I'd like to exchange a tank, or I would like to get my tank filled." And usually they exchange it, and then you get a new one, but then they deal with it all. They'll take a basketball hoop 6 feet or less. So if you have, for some reason, a 12-foot tall one, you're not going to take that. They'll take a bathtub, but no shower, bed frame, bookshelf, a box spring and or mattress as well, a chair or recliner. They'll take closet doors, 2 non-glass. So if you got a closet door you're replacing, say for some reason there's wood rot, then yeah, as long as you call them before. A computer or monitor. They'll take a couch or a sofa. They'll take a desk. But again, these are all things you need to call about. If you haven't called and it's just sitting out there, it's just going to sit out there. They'll take a dishwasher. They'll take a door, a dresser, a dryer, a file cabinet, a ladder 8 feet or less. So 8 feet's pretty tall, but if you got one of those 12-foot ladders, you're going to have to give it away or take it to the dump yourself. That will be difficult to get into a car. Lawnmower, you'll have to get the gas out of there yourself, because that could be very dangerous for a lot of people and for yourself even. Microwave oven, mirrors, again, a lot of bad luck in this. Patio furniture, so 1 item at a time. And again, you have 5 large items from your home annually, so that's per year. Printer, refrigerator or freezer. They'll take rugs, a sink, a spa cover, so if you have a hot tub, they'll take the cover to it, but you have to cut it in half. They'll take a stove, a swing set. Now with the swing set, it says requires special handling. Oh, and to go back to the mirrors, it says if you are disposing of mirrors, you must package between 2 pieces of cardboard or completely tape the mirrored area with heavy-duty tape to prevent shattering. So if you're giving them a full-on mirror, then yeah, you got to make sure you wrap it up, make sure it's not going to break. And with the swing set, it requires special handling, but you also have to disassemble and bundle it. So I don't have to worry about that because I don't have kids. But but if you know anybody who does, and they need some information, say, yeah, you're gonna have to disassemble that. I'll take a table, dining table, end table, or coffee table. They'll take a television. They'll take toilets. They'll take a washer, a water heater, but emptied of water. They'll take wood or lumber. It says 4 by 18 bundles. 4 bundles equal 1 bulky item. Now the last part here for our class is tips to reduce waste. And remember the Trinity, as we talked about, at least for environmentalists, is reduce, reuse, and recycle. So this is tips to reduce waste, which is number 1. So the first tip, is to take reusable bags to the store when shopping. That definitely helps. I mean, I know with COVID they did ask for a long time that we don't bring in our own bags, but I think they're starting to let people do that again. But we had lots of bags. I see them floating all over the place. It's really important if you can get your own bag. If you go to Meals on Wheels next time when Berkeley opens up, they gave me a bunch of reusable bags that I have in the van. I mean, sometimes you just ask and you'll get them for free. I mean, people want you to not use plastic bags. They're really harmful for the environment. They don't biodegrade that fast. And if you just took your own bag and just keep it in the back of your car, you empty your groceries, just take the bag back out to your car, put it in the trunk, and then it's ready to go for the next time you go shopping. Also, reduce or eliminate the use of paper plates and cups. So use silverware that can be washed. That's kind of wasteful to use paper plates and cups over and over again. It might be easier for cleanup, but it's not easier on the earth at all. And for future generations, if you care about your kids, if you're going to have kids, if you care about your cousins, your families, you want to leave them with a clean earth and a happy earth. Store leftover foods in reusable containers instead of single-use plastic bags or polystyrene containers. Yeah, like the one that I put my sandwich in when I have lunch, just that one that I can wash out and use the next day for my sandwich for the next day. Instead of putting in a plastic bag and then I have to toss that bag and then get another bag. And it also saves you a lot of money. Because then you're not buying bags all the time. You just have to buy that one thing. And then you can use it over and over again. Eliminate or reduce the use of plastic bags and polystyrene. Donate unwanted, slightly used clothing, furniture, and other household items to local nonprofit organizations. So, like the used clothing, it's an easy one. They're all over the place. There are those bins where you can take your clothes and just put them in a. I usually put mine in like a garbage bag or something like that. And then you put them in there and they refurbish it. Sometimes they take out the fabrics and everything and they make new clothes, and it helps a lot of other people. It helps the environment, but it also helps people who, to make clothes that are affordable, which is what I need. And so really it's kind of coming back full circle. I donate these, they refurbish it, comes back, and I go to the store and I buy one of their items. So it keeps them going and it keeps me going as well. Purchase foods in bulk or those that use less packaging. It's very true. Sometimes it's hard to do just because I don't know, but a lot of the stuff at the store, they just want to it's in a box and then it's in a plastic bag in the box, and so it just goes on and on and on. So it's kind of tough to do, I'll admit. But if you can purchase your food in bulk, that's the best way to go. Compost yard waste, which also helps enrich the soil and reduces water runoff. I know it's difficult. I tried making a compost bin and it did not work out. That was very sad. I might try again and figure out where I went wrong. And take advantage of many curbside and drop-off recycling opportunities. So for that last one, yeah, just as long as you're doing all this stuff and being responsible, civically, socially, environmentally, just make sure you call people and say, hey, this is what I need done. Can you do it? And, most of the time people will be accommodating. But anyway, that's the class for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're learning from this. If you ever want copies of this, I can get it to you. At least I could send you the link. Or you can watch the video again and watch my boring face. Anyway, I miss you all very much. I hope to see you all very soon. Bye for now.